Giggity, 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 giggity. Oh, God. Ugh. What's up, guys? This is David Whale. Sorry about that. This is Turf Battles, a game I used to play, I think in 2006, but I also played a couple more times since then. Probably in 2010 and another time in 2014, I think last year, in so many different servers. This one in particular, fuck, I don't even remember what it's called, but it's not a server, it's actually a website and all that, so I'm thinking maybe it's gonna be here for a while, hopefully. I remember back in the day I used to just make so much money and loved farming and all that, but long story short, I've played Archer to level 300, I've played Blue Mage to level 300, I've played, Blade to like 290 something, and Fist to like 250, I think. One thing I've never played, I don't know why I've never really played it, but I've never played a Red Mage. So this will be my first Red Mage. I did put $5 in the game, got a little bit of money, and was able to get myself an Ultimate +8 staff. Obviously I have nothing else on. Terrible shit, but that's the pride right there. You see 4,642 attack, and I'm only level 123, so yeah. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna probably go to Mun here and go portal straight over to Vilok, and that'll take me to the area where it's like level 100 to 300. This actually wasn't in most of Turf Battles, but I like it. It's interesting, and I like the fact that this new server, these new guys in this with this official website and all that, they're actually putting updates, and they're making, new areas and bringing back the little teddy bear area and all that. It's kind of gay, but hey, it gives you gems and shit to level up, and it's like I was level 50 or 60 when I first got a teddy bear, and I was able to kill the whole island over and again with AoEs, and I think I made like 20 mil, and I mean back in the day 20 mil by level 50 is just, obviously you should be P-leveling by that point, because that was always power level or sit and kill stuff for like a month and a half to get to something you can get in 15 minutes. So anyways, yeah. I'm only going to be on this place until I'm like 125. Then I'm going to go to the egg. If no one... I don't know how, like, popular this server is yet. It seems to be populated. It's just... I was doing egg parties with my Blue Mage yesterday, and day before yesterday. And, he's level 130 something. I just started on the server, and there was like 2 players at most. I would wait like 30 minutes and get 2 players to join me on an egg party. And so obviously now I'm thinking I'm gonna solo it, or at least solo the first egg, then go to server 2, then do the next one, go to server 3, and do the next one. But if not, then I'll see if there's some players that want to help me. We'll go through the cave, because I don't remember the layout. I don't feel like pulling up the website that has it and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I will show it to you later. For now, I'm just going to collect a whole bunch of mobs. That's one thing I loved about this game, is the only games like World of Warcraft and some other games where the instances, where the creatures would follow you forever, and you can gather up like 150, or in World of Warcraft I could gather up like the whole instance and get like 300, 400, 500 creatures, and then just flatten them all out of just a field full of loot. And it's like crack. Everybody who plays RPG games, well, most people, I'm sure, just love loot. That's why we play. And this game, obviously, like, this is a small pack, but let's just show you this one. And now, I've never played a Red Mage before, and holy shit, this thing does a lot of damage. Like, I didn't even think this did... I now know why I was so pissed with Red Mages all the time. And they always got my kills. Because if you think about it, I would sit in one place, like, watch this. This is how I like to gauge my damage. Like, one skill, this one here, is going to do... I don't know if you saw that, like 4,500 damage, right? So this one will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 or 11. I think it's 10. And each one is roughly, let's say, 2,300. 23,000 damage per click if they stay in one spot. So 10 clicks, and they, 10 times, that's how many can be active at one time. You could be doing 220,000 damage in the time that's insane. I didn't think that they had this much damage. So, I feel like I'm going to have a blast on this character, and it's going to be cool. But, anyways, I talk a lot. One reason I wanted to make this video is because I just spent the last week playing this game, and I probably spent 10 hours just looking at YouTube, looking for a video of turf battles, just so I can get references, or just watch something on my break at work. There is nothing. Like, there are a few videos, there are a few people that are making it. For some reason, I can't think of their names right now. I'll probably reference it on my next video, maybe, if I remember, which I probably won't. But I never saw any videos, really. Like, it was just, I think I saw maybe 2 or 3 that were recent, and the rest were just old versions, private servers, and then, of course, the 10 and 11-year-old videos. And it's like, it's not this, and it's not going to bring people back. And I want people to play this game, because this is a game from my childhood. Notice my name is Jessica here, because, I always pick female characters. I like to look at a female all day instead of a male. And on top of that, I don't know, just like the name. But, normally, my name is, on this game, Noob Poop. I don't know why I originally chose it. Me and my dad played this game a long time ago. And my brother, and I chose the name Noob Poop, and my dad thought it was pretty funny. And he's not normally the guy that would think something like that's funny, but in this game, if you kill somebody, it tells everyone in the world. Like, here, look, it says Windows 2001, and I've seen the guy a lot of times, from this tribe has killed blah blah blah, Death Star from this tribe. So everyone in the whole thing would say that this guy has killed Noob Poop, or Noob Poop has killed them. So it was just, I don't know, in my head it made me think that and when you got killed, it would say you were killed by. And my dad and I, every time someone PM'd us and said, "What the hell's wrong with your name?" we would just be like, "You weren't just killed by a noob, you were killed by a noob pile of poop. What does that make you?" And for some reason, it just made, like, the most pissed off trolls. And I loved it. It was fun. It was like the whole reason I had a black mage back in the day, where that would be that asshole that would sit next to the egg entrance dungeon and just say, "Egg party, server 2." Just sit there, and everybody who would go in there, ice flower, ice flower, ice flower, ice flower, ice flower. And each time they would take 1% of their money. And it was like, some people would carry like 1 billion gold on them, or 2 billion gold. And it's like every click, in every second, or 3/4 of a second, or whatever it is, I was getting like millions. At first, tens of millions, like instantly. Like within a few seconds, I was up to like 300 million. And it was like, all of a sudden, they're realizing they're running straight to the entrance to the cave. They get in, and then they look at their inventory and go, "Oh my god, what the f-" And then they, they PM me, and they yell at me, and they cry, and they got upset. And I laughed. I was young. I was a dick. I probably still would do the same thing here if I wasn't trying out this red mage. I'd be on my blue mage, and possibly trying to make a nice little prophecy staff asshole. But, this red mage looks too fun. I mean, look at this. I can do, like, oops. I have no mana potions. That was a cool reference. Anyways, yeah, I could do, like, 50,000 damage or some crazy shit before this guy ever gets to me, because I could just cast it like 5 times, and it would get hit like 10, 15 times before he even gets to me. That's crazy. You can't do that with any other class. I mean, yeah, with the blade, high level, max skills, face to face, you can do that, but at the same point, I could cast 20 of mine and be doing 200,000 damages every like 3 seconds. or every second. I don't know. I think that would add up. If you casted it 10 times in a row, then 10 more times nonstop. I assume that'd be like freaking some ass like 150,000. I don't know. Because it'd be 2,400 damage. Maybe it's only... No, I don't know. I'm retarded. I think it's 25,000 damage every second. Whatever. My brain isn't working right now. Anyways. So, yeah. I killed myself so I can go back to town. I didn't feel like returning back. Because in that particular area, using return skulls don't work. And I'm not going to walk. And it really doesn't have a penalty for dying. I don't remember there being too much other than maybe a small XP loss. I don't remember. Let's see. For the first hundreds, like 200 levels, I recommend just using soul pots, unless you're going in for PvP. Just because they're cheap. They're basically free. Once you go up higher, it goes, obviously from 197 to 2,000, and you'd want to use these 3,000 so you can do both at the same time, especially with mana barrier. 3,000 versus 200. I mean, couple million, couple 10k. I'll take the, yeah. So, let's say 666. I didn't pick that for any other reason other than the fact that I assumed that was all I could carry. Let's see how many more I can carry. Oh, I could carry more. Well, I still chose 666 because I'm an asshole. I am aware that I am an asshole. If anyone gets that reference, they get a free red heart. Or 10. 10 free red hearts. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be worth it. 10 at least gets me, something. By the way, I'm in this tribe here, Drink Bleach. Everyone tells me that all the people in there are assholes. I think they think I'm a girl. So, I'm seeing if I get any free stuff from them before I leave them. But, yeah. Here's one of the clan members. One of them are going to see this video and they're going to be like, that son of a bitch. But, I think that would be funny, though. I'll probably get kicked out of the tribe, and I'll be like, well, thanks for watching my video, though. Like, well, fuck you. But, anyways. Let's see, what am I doing? I'm talking and running in circles. That's what I'm doing. That's what turf battles is all about, man. Alright, I am level 123 and 48%. My goal right now is to get to 125 and do some egg. You know what I mean? Yeah. It seems weird that, I'm looking forward to just hitting an egg for hours. But I'm looking forward to it a lot more than you think. It's something that it's nostalgic, but it's not just nostalgic. It's something like Turf Battles holds a lot of elements to their RPG game that no other game does. Yeah, there are games like Night Online back in the day. They did it. World of Warcraft even back in the day, vanilla. Even Lich King was pretty close. I loved Lich King. It was where I stopped. Cataclysm, Pandora. Well, they just might as well throw the game away now. And then they just screwed it up further from there. And all the other games, they just turn into... They might as well all be cell phone games. Really. Mindless monkeys could play these games. And it's not like I'm asking for, challenge. Path of Exile. Oh, that's just a brain headache waiting to happen. Every time I want to change up what I'm doing, I gotta do, I gotta break out 17 different calculators, because if I don't have 17, then I won't be able to figure everything out at this. I'll miss some. I mean, there's just so much in that game. It's insane. So I'm never going back to Path of Exile. That one, it is a good game. I'm not gonna ditch it. I'm not gonna say that it was terrible or anything like that, but I don't know. I'm a GM in a restaurant. I'm smart and all that, but that game is just... I don't want to, devote my life to that game. I don't mind devoting a good portion of my life to a game, because, that's what addictions are for. But as far as that game, it's not an addiction. It's like a way of life. It's like playing RuneScape. You can't really just play it. people say, oh yeah, yeah, you can pick it up and put it down and pick it up and put it down for a while. No, because then you're loaded with like a level 30 or a level 60 that is just boring, and you do nothing all day except for like cut trees or something. But once you get up to level 100 and 99, 99, 99 on a bunch of things, and you start, doing the highest level missions and killing the highest level bosses and getting the highest level everything and cutting a tree and getting freaking, I don't know, what was the logs do? I think that was getting like 6,000 gold per log. And then I would just fletch it and then lose all of it. But anyways, yeah, like, games like that turns into like a way of life. There's just so many different things and aspects thinking, I'm all for a game with 20 million billion things to do. But I'm also all for the whole medieval RPG Dungeons and Dragons. You have your character, your glowy staff, man, and you run through and you kill stuff. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's just, they just hold to the very basic key elements of what an RPG game should be. And this AoE thing, that's just, I love AoE. I love gathering up mobs and just fucking them all up all at once. It's like doing a lot of drugs at once. Not just kidding. It's cool. And this game allows you to just gather. If I wanted to, I could just gather up fucking, I don't even know, like, you could just gather 300-400 mobs if you wanted to, if your computer can handle it, and just keep running around the whole map, gather everything, and then just fuck it all up and get a whole lot of XP and too much loot for you to be able to pick up. That's one thing. If the loot does disappear after a while, I wish you could just like auto loot it, but your inventory would fill up like instantly over and over again. You have to just like run around and drop shit, and even then you wouldn't be able to pick it all up and drop all that shit and pick up the rest. But that's the price you pay for killing 500 things at once like a giant whale. Hey, there's a reference there somewhere. My last name is Whale, and my favorite thing to do is kill things 500-600 at a time. I don't know, something's there. Anyways, okay, we're 72%, man. This is getting slow as hell. Don't worry, when we get to the A, I gotta go a little faster. One problem is I don't have any of those Ultima gear yet, and there's nobody in town selling it. People are selling Akura, they're selling Triumphant, they're selling the Fabula armor for the Blue Mage, but nothing for the Red Mage. So I'm just going to either patiently wait for people to sell it, or maybe I'll try my luck in the Rampo dungeon once I get up to that level. I was hoping to make this video more like an informative video, like like a training video and shit, but I figured I'd just turn it on, talk about turf battles, and post a video, and maybe post another one just like it, just like a let's play kind of thing. And then later on, maybe a couple videos down the line, maybe I'll start another character, or I don't know, maybe make a tutorial video of what I've learned on the Red Mage, because I forgot a lot since I was really good into turf battles. And a lot of my characters I either paid a lot for my stuff, or got power leveled. There was only, I think, 2 level 300s that I legitimately made, that I leveled up. All the rest were just bought. I didn't want to do the leveling process over and over again as many times as I did. But I did trade characters a lot. I got scammed a lot. The old turf battles, I think I must have lost like, oh god, I don't even know. I could have lost thousands of dollars worth of items, like this guy this one time, and this apparently happened to like lots of people, and I can't believe I was stupid enough to believe it. I knew I was young, I don't know, but this guy, he told me to drop my weapon. Okay, what happened is he said that he would give me an upgrade on my weapon, like he would guarantee it would go to +10. I was like, well, this guy's bullshit, and there's no way. But what could it harm as long as he doesn't get my shit? Alright, so he tells me to put he says the whole process first before I do it, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. But anyways, he says to drop the weapon on the ground, and when it's dropped on the ground, he's gonna do something. You're gonna hear this and you're gonna be like, really, motherfucker? He said to press Alt F4 and then pick it back up immediately. Now, obviously, immediately meant it's too late. So I pressed Alt F4 with my +8 weapon like this. Oops. On the ground, and all of a sudden I press Alt F4. Game closes. I'm freaking the fuck out. I open the game as fast as I can. He's gone. I PM him. He's not online. I was so mad. I lost my shit. And luckily it was only +8. That was the first scam I ever had in this game. And I thought, man, I am just going to be smart from now on. I am never, ever going to get scammed. Okay? Simple as that. That didn't work. There's a lot of ways you can scam in this game, apparently. They've taken away one big one. And that was to, you could sell characters, right? And I mean, literally, you can put your character up on the website and send it to someone else for a TC cost, which is turf cash, the in-game mall cost. And he could legit buy just your character, not your account, just your character. He'll send it right over to his account. Take up one little hefty character slot. It's his now. It's cool. It was really nice. And I was so excited to buy my first character. But, alright, so there's this verification process, right? You send a character and you confirm, right? But you also get sent a confirmation in your mail. Okay, fast forward. You confirm the first one. It sends the character. That's the fucked up part. It'll send the character. Then the other guy sends his stuff, whatever, or it costs money, you charged it on the trade, so he already paid it. Then you let him use the character for a while. Then in 2 months, or a week, or a day, or an hour, after he's put on the armor, you go to the email, and you don't confirm it. You deny it. You say, no, this wasn't me. And what does it do? It sends the character back to you. So now what you've done is you've sold your character. They paid you the money for the character. They then put all their gear on your naked character, because make sure you sell it naked. All the assholes did. You put all your gear on it. Then they took the character back with your gear. So now they've not only gotten the money you paid for the character, they've also gotten all the gear from the character. And their character back. Like, it was fucked up. So I bought this level 300. It was my first one I bought. And it cost me like, I think this guy, it was a good deal, obviously. I think it was like $50. And I was excited. I was like, this is supposed to be $200. Like, this is because it was all maxed out. This guy even threw in a +8 weapon and a +7 armor set. So it was actually a good deal, like a really good deal. I was like, what the hell? And obviously it was, because little did I know. And I lost it. I lost everything. I started transferring my items onto that guy. Like, his inventory was full of, like, a lot of my most expensive stuff. And he got all of it. I had another one that was, my dad got scammed a couple times, but he was smarter than me. He was older, obviously. He just stayed away from all out-game trades. He never bought characters, never sold characters. He just did his one character, which is cool, and that's what I do now, because, I'm his son. Like father, like son. But, I just, I don't know. I've never been scammed in any other game more than I've been scammed in this one. But that being said, that was the old turf battles. There was a lot of interesting things to it, but there was a lot more players too. There were dupers, like people duping items and stuff, and I'm sure they're still doing it here. I'm sure there's still speed hackers and things. It just needs more population. I kind of liked it when they were duping the scrolls, though. I don't know. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but it was nice to always have, like, mall item, marvelous pots, and drop scrolls and XP scrolls for next to nothing because people were getting them. I even learned how to dupe them. It was, you set up the stall, you drop the one item in there. What was it? Then you took it off, and then you set down your shop, and then you put it back up, and it was, I don't know, remember, it was like you put one, it would turn into two. You put two, it would turn into four. You put four, it turns into 8. And next thing you know, I had like 12 storage tabs full of like tens of thousands of TC items, and I had, I think, like 8 billion gold or some stupid thing with like a full set of +9s. But that was when I was duping, and that was towards the end of turf battles. Not to say that I was helping in the end of turf battles, but I think the end came near when people were hacking into the actual servers. Because I remember the day that I've told people about this day. Like, now I'm about to tell all you, but I mean, I've told lots of people in real life about this day for some reason. I don't know. It's just interesting. But it was one day I was playing turf battles, and this guy on the main chat says, "Fuck this game, I'm done. Fuck you, fuck the producers," and he was just like naming everybody and getting pissed off, and everybody's just ignoring him, like World of Warcraft global chat, you know, whatever, the guy's spewing out the N-word. So, well, he wasn't, but you know what I mean, whatever. But we ignored him, and then I was, paying attention, there were a few people paying attention, and this guy's just like randomly, out of nowhere, he's like, "Alright, fuck you, I'm done, and so are you." And then he counts down. He's like 10, 9, 8, and he waits a few seconds between numbers, and then people started joining because they thought it was funny. So we're all counting down with him. He's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the fucking game goes down. We're like, that wasn't him. No, it wasn't. The game's down for like 2 hours, right? And everybody's checking the servers, checking the forums. What's going on? There's this huge rollback. Like, I think it was like a week or something, or at least a couple days. Everybody was pissed. The guy that was counting down apparently sent a worm or something into their turf battles servers, and it just infected so much and just kept eating and eating, like, all their files and just deleting shit. And so they had to actually immediately stop it by deleting everything from like the last 4 days and doing a complete rollback, like you would with your computer, like how you would set your computer back to an earlier date to when you installed, your porn virus. I don't know, whenever you last installed the program. But it's theoretically the same thing, but they rolled it back because of this guy. He did that much damage, and there was a lot of people like him that were just attacking the servers, screwing them up. And it was like the sad story of Night Online, where Night Online, very few major games are unlocked to the Turkish population, and nothing against the Turkish population, but very few games are, right? Uh-oh. I'm freezing. Oh no, I crashed. It's one thing about turf battles. Sometimes we crash. I'll be right back, I guess.